Hello, everyone. Dr. Annika Becca here, your girlfriend doctor. I'm glad to be here with all of you today. I am in the midst of our Summer of Love sale and promotion, and we've had, so many of my friends and colleagues sending out emails too about Jova, and I've been getting many questions back from many of you, and so I wanted to show up live today to answer any questions that you have and let you know that I am here for you. And so if you're coming on now, let me know where you're listening in from. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about Jova, my anti-aging cream for the vulva. I mean, this is necessary in every woman's cabinet. I mean, I believe this so much that there's 100% money back guarantee. And now we're doing a trial, seven night packet of Jova for only $4.95, which is the shipping and handling. So I'm excited to send that to you and get this in the hands of everyone. I'm going to tell you some stories about it as we go, and also talk about the most important anatomy of our body and why it's so important that we can actually apply Jova clitoris to anus. I mean, the clitoris has 9,000 nerve endings, 8,000 nerve endings. That's twice as many nerve endings as the penis. Well, it is the pleasure zone, and it's meant to last us our lifetime. It does atrophy, like muscles will atrophy if we don't use them over time, unless we're doing something proactive like Jova, keeping that tissue really, really healthy. And so I say this is the most important real estate of our body. You know, we can get laugh lines and wrinkle lines here, even lip lines, right? Smile lines. We want those. We want happy lines if we're going to age, right? But we don't want them down there. So I'm very anxious about getting rid of them down there. Corrine said, is there any way that we can ship to Canada? And Corrine, I learned yesterday from my dear friend Magdalena that there is a company called myus.com, and that is a way that you may be able to actually get things delivered, get Jova delivered straight to Canada. I've just heard about that yesterday. So let me know and ask my team at drannakabecca.com if you have any question. So Orsalia's here from London. We have someone from Chicago. Shelly is listening in in Kansas, not far from me, just north. I'm on the Katy Trail. That's the Kansas, Texas Trail. I don't know if you've ever hiked that at all, but I'm right on that trail. So Orsalia said, do you ship to the UK as well? We do have a UK distributor, and we do have someone in London who is distributing Jova and Mighty Maca and our Keto Green. And she is at ketosupplements.uk.co. If you don't, that should pull up her website. If you don't see it, then email team@drannakabecca.com and they will give you the correct link, because that's off in the top of my head. Anne-Marie is in Portland, Oregon, and Antoinette says, can Jova take the place of bioidentical estrogen? Estrogen and Jova are different. Jova contains DHEA, which is a precursor to estrogen. So estrogen is a downstream metabolite of DHEA, but it doesn't replace wouldn't replace your bioidentical hormone necessarily at all. So if you're using a topical bioidentical estrogen, vaginally, you may not need to use as much of it, or, may be able to do without it with using Jova. So that is something, but it's different. DHEA is different. Often when I compound a combination formula, like in a troche or a cream, I'll combine some biased, a bioidentical estrogen at E2 and E3 combination with some testosterone, with some DHEA, and I usually keep progesterone separate, or sometimes I'll combine it in, because we like to take 1 or 2 days off a week of progesterone, or 3 to 5 days off per month of progesterone postmenopausally. So we want to keep an eye on that. So and I've gotten some other great questions. Good to see y'all. So you guys hopping in to just hop in and tell me where you're listening from. I'm here in Dallas, and I'm in the midst of Jova Summer of Love sale, and we've sent out thousands already. And I want to encourage you, if you've not tried Jova, that I'm doing it just now in our Summer of Love sale for our 7-night trial size for just $4.95 shipping and handling. And then we give 100% money back guarantee on Jova. And I would share with you some nuances of using it and answer some of the questions. So it can go right alongside your bioidentical hormones. So I received another question about, great to see all of you here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Does a Jova increase estrogen? We have no evidence that Jova increases estrogen. What we see when people are using Jova is an improvement in the pelvic floor, no significant increase in serum blood labs or changes in blood labs. It does have DHEA in it, but what we see an improvement in DHEA with Mighty Maca. We really see an improvement with taking 2 scoops of Mighty Maca because of the adaptogens in this formula. That is really going to improve your DHEA. Topically, there is some absorption, but it really works at the intrinsic cellular level to improve the cellular function. At the intrinsic cellular level, DHEA may convert to estrogen and testosterone. The benefits of DHEA over estrogen, because I get asked that too, the benefits of DHEA over estrogen is that estrogen only works on the mucosal lining of the vagina. That's why you can take all the estrogen you want. It's not going to improve significantly the function and your own natural secretions as much compared to Jova. You can use them simultaneously, absolutely. So what we've seen in people who have used Jova is they'll say, like in their 60s, their gynecologist said their vagina looks like it's in the 20s. Their partner says it is tight and supple and just wet and amazing. I've had a male husband of a client of ours, and he said, I'm going to give up my beer so my wife can have her Jova. And I do that, he said. So I thought that was lovely. And so, I mean, that's that part. So certainly keeping the vagina healthy is like keeping your mouth healthy. It's really critical for the quality of our health as we get older, and we kind of dismiss it. But we talk a lot about vaginal health, but what about health of the clitoris with twice as many nerve endings as the penis, with approximately 8,000 nerve endings. So using Jova on the clitoris, on the vulva, all the way down to the anus is critically important. So the clitoris, we call it, I heard it called first time in the South as the little man in the boat. It just cracks me up. But you want to go from clitoris all along the vulva. You don't have to insert Jova internally. Now you can use it as a lubricant for sex with your partner, absolutely. And you want to go down all the way to the anus. We've had clients say that their anal fissures have improved, their hemorrhoids have improved, their prolapse symptoms have improved, and their incontinence has improved. And we did receive a question about incontinence. How does Jova help with incontinence? And I would tell you, when it helps with bladder leaking, when we cough, sneeze, run, I mean, those are things clients have said that's tremendously improved. And I will tell you that 10 years ago, and I've had 4 big babies, 10 years ago, I was doing a P90X class, and I completely was wearing light gray sweats, and I completely wet my sweats doing that class. And just a couple of days ago, I was doing a jumping jacks in my Power Sculpt 100-degree heat class. And I didn't even think about my bladder anymore. I don't even think about it anymore. So between pelvic floor exercises and Jova, that's it. That's made a huge difference. And I hear it from client after client after client. And considering 85% of us will experience incontinence as we get older, and it's the #1 reason that caregivers put loved ones into the nursing home, we don't want to go there. We want to do as much as we can, as early as we can, to keep that tissue healthy. And it's never too late. It's never too late. I have clients in their 80s and 90s using Jova, to improve. Talking a lot. To improve their symptoms. So Donna says, thank you from Ireland. All right. And Kelly wrote in here. Let's see. Ooh, I just coughed and tried not to cough. You know what happens when you cough and try not to cough? Whew, okay. So Kelly wrote in and said, I'm 52 in menopause with much dryness and pain with intercourse. Is this what Jova helps with? Have you talked about how to apply it? Thanks. Yeah, Kelly, this is a great question. And this is exactly what Jova is for. It's for that discomfort with intercourse or after intercourse. The vagina is naturally acidic. And as we get, because that's preventive, right? It's meant to kill off bacteria, keep the womb healthy and free of bacteria. And that's why it takes millions of sperm to get past the vaginal defense system. As we get older, the pH naturally gets more alkaline, especially with the decrease in secretions. Jova has been shown to improve the natural acidity of the vagina, improve your own glandular secretions, and to improve sexual pleasure. And I always recommend applying it clitoris to anus. You can do it externally. You don't have to use it internally, but it's absolutely safe. And we had, if you know my dear friend Magdalena Zlaki, she and I did a call for her audience in her Facebook group yesterday. And she said she had a friend over who's an herbalist who tastes everything. And I always say, if you don't put it on your vagina, if it's not good enough to eat. And she said that her herbalist tasted it. And she goes, I love it. It's clean. I only taste the rose. It was just beautiful. Beautiful to have that feedback from such an expert. So it was beautiful. All right. From Facebook user says, I take 10 drops of DHEA. Does using Jova affect how much of my DHEA drops I'm taking? Not likely, especially using 10 drops under your tongue. And so there's going to be a systemic absorption with that. We're not seeing any significant absorption with using Jova topically. So you can use it concomitantly, and just, if you're monitoring your DHEA in the blood or DHEA in the saliva, first of all, if you're taking DHEA drops, you'll want to wait several days before you do a salivary test for DHEA. So that's something to consider. Okay, let's see. Good question. And Orsolia, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Orsolia said, I'm not menopausal age yet. Is it safe to use Jova at perimenopause at 45? Absolutely. Again, an ounce of protection's worth a pound of cure, and clitoris to anus to keep that tissue healthy. Just like every one of us will experience wrinkles up here and here and here, and sagging skin and things like that. It's happening down there, but that affects our quality of life significantly more. So address it as soon as you can. You're very welcome, Donna. Okay. Let's see. Kelly says, thank you. You guys have any other questions? I had a couple more that came in through messages. Okay. Let's see here. So let's see. If currently on hormone replacement therapy, estrogen cream or oral estrogen, is it safe to use Jova? There's no contraindications. And also a question, if I've had breast cancer, can I use Jova? If you're currently undergoing treatment for breast cancer, always check with your doctor, because your individual medical history is most important. So confirm with your oncologist. We do have many oncologists that are recommending Jova for their patients, and especially patients with breast cancer. I know I've used this and other compounded hormones, especially DHEA and testosterone, in my breast cancer patients in the past. So topical DHEA, and the difference is that Jova is a combination of ingredients, right? Jova is a combination of ingredients. Oh, here we go. For our UK and Irish people on, you guys can order Jova from ketosupplements.co.uk / that'll take you to the product category, Dr. Anna Kabeka. So you can go to this website and they will help you. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so tell you about the ingredients in Jova. So Jova does contain DHEA, which has been shown very, very safe. I have lots of articles on my website about it. So you can look for DHEA and breast cancer. You can look at Jova. I have a whole white paper on Jova, a lot of questions that I answer in that white paper, and it's 11 pages. So Jova comprises of DHEA certainly, plus plant cells from the alpine rose. Now, the alpine rose is this flower, this blossoms in the Swiss Alps. And if you can imagine a rose blossoming among the harsh mountainous terrain of the Swiss Alps, you will see why that plant has so many amazing anti-aging qualities. Plus, it's really the epitome of femininity, especially post midlife as we breeze through menopause into our second spring. We see a lot of really beautiful results from these stem cells, including increased collagen production, antiviral, decreases fine lines and wrinkles, and that's really a powerful situation. So it's just a beautiful ingredient. So I combine that in with emu oil, coconut butter, and coconut oil and shea butter. So beautiful combination. It took me a few years to formulate this. I've been compounding hormones for years. So Kelly asked, how often should it be applied? That's a great question, Kelly. So I do have a scratchy throat today, so drinking a lot of water. So how often should it be applied? Really, I recommend starting out with a small dose, a pea-size amount, about that much, and you can put it on toilet paper and wipe with it. I recommend usually getting, our offer on 3 tubes of Jova at a time. So you can have a tube in the bathroom, a tube at the bedside, and a tube at your vanity. Excuse me. And you want to rub it in, and it goes in just beautifully, and it feels so good, especially on your pelvic floor. So wipe it clitoris to anus, and that's a great way to do it. Massage it in yourself around the vulva completely every day, and usually use it when you're going to remember, once a day typically. Sometimes you've had a lot of dryness, a lot of issues, some medical conditions like lichen sclerosis. You want to use it twice a day, up to twice a day, but go slow, because sometimes it's going to increase your body's natural production of moisture. If there's any dormant yeast there, candida, you may get a yeast infection. So go ahead and treat with a monostat, tericonazole, antifungal therapy, a diflucan, and that will go away. And this will actually prevent recurrent. Really, we see a decrease in recurrent yeast infections with using Jova regularly. And that's a beautiful aspect of keeping your own body's natural defense mechanisms really, really strong. So, all right. So Orsalia said, do we do the 7-day trial for shipping? I think the shipping cost for the UK international is much more expensive. So check with my team at dranna@quebeca.com. But we do have the person in the UK, but we have the tubes there. Believe me, once you use it, you're going to love it. You're going to want the tube. Trust me on that. And use it regularly, and you will see the difference. The benefits increase over time. Those women that have been using it now for over a year have just had amazing results. Again, like one said, she went to her gynecologist and he was surprised. He's like, oh my God, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Your vagina looks 20. And she's 60. So that's really good news. You can read the testimonials at Jova, at dranna.com. And they bring me to tears. I just, it's always a pick me up to go through and read those testimonials. So check that out. Check out the of Love sale at dranna.com/SOL SOL21. Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, SOL21IG. dranna.com/SOL21IG to get that Jova for just the shipping and handling charge. So guys, thank you for being with me. It's great to have you. Oh, wait, hold on one second here. Lori said, can I use this while using your balance cream and balance supplements? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's different. It works differently. And again, taking care of this primary area of our body is so beneficial. It makes all the difference in the world. You guys have any other questions? Go ahead. Don't be shy. Post your question, and you can, Doroto Woodrow, a dear physician, Dr. Doroto, an expert in anti-aging and aesthetic medicine from Poland, and a dear friend. Love you back, Dorota. She's been a big fan of Jova since I created it way back in 2015, 2016, and also a big fan of Mighty Maca, and has published some of my work in her Polish medical journal. So really honored, Dorota, to see you, my dear friend. So love that you guys are here, and always be proactive on your health. Remember, your most important real estate of your body, and don't forget the clitoris, 8,000 nerve endings. Keep it healthy. When it atrophies, the skin can get stuck together, thin, tear, rip. You don't want that. Quality of life. And again, keep the bladder healthy, keep the urethra healthy, because that's going to get wrinkles, laxity, decrease in muscle strength as you age. So pelvic floor exercises and Jova, a best combination that I've ever found. And I look forward to your feedback and your testimonials too. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please share this post with your audience, because we don't talk about this enough. There's so much shame, yet so many women are suffering in shame. And I can't tell you how many women said, I just power through sex with my husband because that's my wifely duty. But I have so much pain and discomfort. When you get rid of that, you actually want to initiate. Remember, it's about your pleasure. And that's why, again, the clitoris, 8,000 nerve endings. Keep it as healthy as possible. So Christy asked, what are the benefits? The benefits are to help decrease bladder leaking, to help with improving your body's natural glandular secretions, your vaginal pH, to keep the vagina more acidic, and again, anti-aging cosmetic cream for the vulva. So I say use it clitoris to anus, because it will help with any thinning skin around the anus too. So many people struggle, especially our athletes, with hemorrhoids, fissures, prolapse, incontinence. And those are things we can do a lot about. So pelvic floor exercises, the right way to do Kegels. I have a great YouTube video on that that's had hundreds of thousands of views. So check that one out. And Jova, the topical cream for your vulva. But so it helps with your own natural moisture, increases pleasure, sensation, desire, as well as helps with dryness and discomfort and accidental leaks, bladder leaks. So Anne-Marie asks, can this also happen at age 68? Absolutely. Absolutely. It can really help. Lori asks, will this be a problem if I have uterine fibroids? No contraindication at all. Great question, you guys. Deb said, sorry if this has been answered, just stopping in. Well, welcome, Deb. Where are you stopping in from? So how often do you have to use it to be effective? Use it daily almost seems too intense for me. Just like you would use an eye cream, you will use it daily to get the best results, right? A lip cream, and you Jova on the lips. My lip formula is coming out soon, but you can also use Jova on the lips. Those lip lines, make those disappear. But you want to use, initially when you're using a cream, you want to use it daily and get the best results, right? And then you can back down. For some people, we need to increase to twice a day. And for others, 3 to 5 days a week maintenance is great. And so it's about, fine tuning with your body to see how often you need. A little bit goes a long way. And I tell clients, put some on toilet paper and wipe with it, clitoris to anus. Game changing. Yes, Lori, absolutely. We've had a lot of great testimonials on this from both men and women. We've got some, great testimonials from guys too. It's perfectly safe with intercourse. It's safe for guys. It's 1/10 of the DHEA that they would typically need, but it's perfectly safe, and it's good for their hemorrhoids as well. So we have a lot of athletes using it. Rider's relief is another good nickname for Jova. So cyclists, equestrians, definitely, and certainly athletes. And Deb says, thank you. That's helpful. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, guys. So great to be here with all of you. Thanks for joining me today. Spread the word about Jova. Take advantage of our free trial. Take advantage of the free trial, and let me know how you go. Let me know how you go with it. So be sure to email our team at drannakabeka.com if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing you. You can always come visit me at my website. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, be sure to, because that's the way I can directly communicate with you. I look forward to it, and thank you for being with me. Till next time. You are welcome, Christy. All right, you guys take care now.